So what are boundaries? So first of all, boundaries are limits. They are limits. So boundaries help define the space I occupy, where that space begins and ends. Our skin is a boundary. My body is a boundary, right? My office here, I'm sitting in my office. There are walls and there's a door. That defines the boundary of my office, which is different from the boundary of the suite of offices here, which is different from the boundary of the floor we're on, which is different from the boundary of the building we're in, which is different from the boundary of the area of town we're in. You get the point. So boundaries define the space I occupy, where that space begins and ends. So they help define where I end and another person begins. Where do I end and you begin? That tells me what I can change and what I can't. So boundaries help define what I cannot change, but also what I can change. All right. Before you can set an effective boundary, you have to be clear on what's within your power. You can't set a boundary that's outside of your power. For every one of these slides here, you're going to notice I've got an example of a way you might set a boundary. So on this one, it's that last bullet point. I can't make you go to therapy. See there, recognition of a boundary. I can't make you go to therapy, but I get to decide if I stay in a relationship with someone who has an untreated addiction. You see the difference? You have to go to therapy. You have to see a CSAT, and I want you to see him once a week. I want you to do a group, and you're going to do a meeting every day, 90 and 90, and you're going to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You can make those requests. You can't make them do that. What you can do is decide whether you want to be in a relationship with someone who's not going to do those things. And do you notice, I want you to think about the difference in the power of how you say it, how the words you say and how you say it. Think of the difference going to this person and saying, you have to get in therapy. You have to see a therapist, and saying what I have here. I can't make you go to therapy, but I get to decide if I stay in a relationship with someone who has an untreated addiction. That's powerful. You see?